I remember the time I stumbled upon an abandoned house in the woods, nestled far in the old village. I was walking around aimlessly when I heard strange noises coming from the house. Being the curious person that I am, I decided to investigate. As I approached the house, the creaking sound of the rusty gate sent shivers down my spine. The windows were boarded up and the door was partially open, swaying in the wind. The inside of the house was pitch black. And the smell of decay wafted through the air. Despite the ominous atmosphere, I pushed forward, cautiously stepping inside. My eyes gradually adjusted to the dark interior, repeating the outlines of furniture covered in dust and cobwebs. But the most unsettling thing was the noise that I could still hear coming from somewhere within the house. I followed the sound. My heart racing with each step, it led me to a small room at the end of a hallway, and that's where I saw her, a woman sitting in a rocking chair. Facing away from me, her hair was disheveled and her skin was sickly pale. She didn't turn around. But I could tell that she was watching me from the corner of her eye. The noise was coming from her. She was humming a tune that sounded like a lullaby, but it was far from comforting. It was eerie and haunting, sending chills down my spine. I tried to leave, but something made me freeze. The woman suddenly stopped humming, and the silence was even more terrifying than her singing. I could feel her gaze on me, and I knew I had to get out of there. As I turned to leave, I heard her voice. It was soft and almost a whisper. But it was the most bone-chilling sound I had ever heard. She said, "You shouldn't have come here. Nobody should have come here." I ran out of the house as fast as I could, my heart pounding in my chest. I didn't look back until I was far away, but when I did, I saw her standing in the doorway, watching me with an eerie smile on her face. Days passed after my encounter with the woman in the abandoned house, and I couldn't shake off the feeling of unease that lingered in my mind. One night, I had a dream that was so vivid it felt real. In the dream, I was back at the abandoned house, but this time the woman was standing in the middle of the room, her eyes fixed on me. Suddenly her eyes turned pitch black and her body started contorting in impossible ways. She let out a blood-curdling scream that shook me to my core. As she screamed, the walls of the house began to crumble and the floor gave way beneath me. I fell into a dark abyss, surrounded by nothingness. The woman's voice echoed in my mind, taunting me, telling me that I shouldn't have come back. I woke up, in a cold sweat, my heart racing. I tried to shake off the dream, but the image of the woman's contorted body and the sound of her scream were etched into my mind. Days passed, and I tried to forget about the dream and the woman in the abandoned house, but then one night, I saw her again. I was looking out of my window.